7 Guardians of Light? Well...
Yo, what is going on guys, it is Cynnnical, and today for you guys I thought I would do a discussion video talking about the 7 Guardians of Light. Now this is something that I actually haven't touched upon, and I know now for some time a few of you guys have actually wanted me to do a video on this, talking about who I believe the 7 Guardians of Light are going to be in Kingdom Hearts 3. Now this is of course a very important subject, as the 7 Guardians of Light are going to be playing a pivotal role in Kingdom Hearts 3. They are extremely important as they are required to take down the 13 Seekers of Darkness, who of course consists of the many Xehanorts. So today I thought I'd just list down my 7 Guardians of Light, the people who I believe are going to be the Guardians of Light. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, and let's get on with it. So first of all, let's start off with the 3 main obvious ones. These are Mickey, Sora, and Riku. Now this is confirmed in Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, when Xehanort is explaining the 13 Seekers of Darkness, as well as the 7 Guardians of Light. Mickey claims that himself, as well as Riku and Sora, are Guardians of Light.
Me and Riku and Sora?
Now, first of all, let's start off with Sora. Now, this is a completely obvious one. Sora is really the main protagonist throughout the Kingdom Hearts series. We've been playing as him for a very, very long time. He's a very light-orientated character, very strong. He has a very strong heart. And of course, it's been said and mentioned many times that he will be the one to awaken the sleeping hearts, open the door, etc, etc. So really there's no explanation as far as Sora is concerned. He is a very obvious candidate for the Guardians of Light. Next is Riku. So Riku again is sort of another obvious one. It was proven in Dream Drop Distance that of course Riku was very worthy of the Keyblade, as he was the only one that passed the Mark of Mastery exam. Now, this doesn't really mean much, the whole Mark of Mastery exam, as far as influencing that with the whole Guardians of Light, but still, Riku has come a long way with understanding the light and the whole balance between both light and darkness, and learning the different values and morals of each side. It is definitely clear to see that, you know, Riku is someone who definitely fights for the light and fights for the greater good. Of course, at the start of Kingdom Hearts 1, he was a very confused person. Of course, he succumbed to the darkness a lot, but throughout his adventures, he has learnt what is more right than wrong, and of course that was definitely shown in Dream Drop Distance. He is a very strong Keyblade wielder, so he is guaranteed to be a Guardian of Light. So next up is King Mickey. So like I mentioned at the start of the video, this is an obvious one. I mean, King Mickey has been there since the very beginning, since Terra, Aqua, as well as Ventus. He's been there, he's seen their defeat, and he's now still standing his ground with Sora and Riku. Like he mentioned though in Dream Drop Distance, he has already claimed himself to be a Guardian of Light. We know that he is a very powerful Keyblade wielder, as he was trained under Master Yen Sid. We definitely know his potential, so it's very clear and obvious that he is a Guardian of Light. Okay, so that is 3 down, now we have 4 more to go. So in the cutscene where Mickey is explaining and sort of counting down the number of Guardians for the Guardians of Light, the first 3 are of course himself, Riku, and Sora. He also mentions his 3 friends.
And my 3 missing friends, that's 6.
So who could these 3 friends be? Well, that is clear and obvious. He is of course referring to Ventus, Aqua, and Terra. Now, of course, out of those 3, one is of course at the moment already a part of the Seekers of Darkness, and that is, yes, of course, Terranaut. Terra's body has been possessed and has been taken over by Master Xehanort himself, so we can of course exclude him from the Guardians of Light. So that next up brings Ventus. Now Ventus is very clear to be a Guardian of Light, and as of right now, his heart is currently sleeping and residing inside of Sora. I definitely highly believe that Ventus is of course going to be a Guardian of Light, as Mickey refers to in Dream Drop Distance. I do strongly believe that Ventus will of course be revived and more so be woken up in Kingdom Hearts 3. I mean, his heart has been residing in Sora now for a very long time, so by now his heart should be, well, near completely mended. So Ventus is of course another Guardian of Light. Next up is Aqua. So as of right now, Aqua is currently residing inside of the Realm of Darkness, but we do know that at the end of Dream Drop Distance, Mickey, Sora and Riku set off to find the 3 missing friends. And of course, they will have to try and track down Aqua. Now Aqua, we do know that she is a very strong Keyblade wielder. She probably has the strongest heart out of Terra, obviously, as well as Ventus. She has great potential, and I do believe that of course we will eventually find her in Kingdom Hearts 3, as she is going to be required to help take down the 13 Seekers of Darkness. So that takes care of the 3 missing friends. Of course, Terra was excluded from the 3 due to the fact that his body was possessed by Master Xehanort, and now that he is part of the Seekers of Darkness. Now, the 5 that I've just mentioned are very obvious ones, the ones that we already pretty much know of. But however, the 2 last ones, number 6 and number 7, who are they? Who are the last 2 Guardians of Light? So this is where the speculation comes in, and when you have to sort of use facts and pieces of lore to string these things together. Now, these 2 Guardians, for me personally, I feel very strongly for. The first one is Kairi. Now, Kairi, we do know, is a Keyblade wielder, and at the very end of Dream Drop Distance, during the secret cutscene, it is shown that Kairi is going under Keyblade training under Master Yen Sid. Now, we do know who trains under Master Yen Sid. That was, of course, yep, that's right, King Mickey himself. Now, we do know how powerful King Mickey is, and I do not believe for 1 second that Kairi, would go under the training of Master Yen Sid for no reason whatsoever. Now, Mickey, during the time when he's counting down the 7 Guardians, he pauses at the 7th. Now, the 7th, at the time, he was sort of, he was thinking about, but then he sort of gasps. Now, that's due to the fact that at the end of the secret cutscene during Dream Drop Distance, Mickey is talking with Yen Sid, and he's like, well, who is this last Guardian? And Master Yen Sid, he says, he knows who it is, and of course the camera pans to the door, and then Kairi walks out. So in sort of actuality and in theory, that basically confirms who the 6th, or I suppose you could say 7th Guardian is. It is going to be Kairi. I feel strongly for it. I mean, we definitely need some more sort of female ratio to the Guardians, for sure. But I do feel strongly that Kairi is most definitely going to be a Guardian of Light. Of course, I want to see her fight in Kingdom Hearts 3 regardless of whether she's actually going to be a Guardian of Light or not. I do feel strongly for it. Do be sure to leave your opinions in the comment section below about it. So the 7th Guardian, who is it? Who could it be? Of course, if Terra wasn't possessed and all darkness-like and wasn't taken over by Master Xehanort, of course we wouldn't have to speculate and theorize this. But of course we do. So who else gets a Keyblade in Kingdom Hearts and who is quite sort of friendly with the rest of the group? Yup, that is of course Lee. I feel very strongly that Lee is definitely going to be a Guardian of Light. Now, before I explain this, do be sure to note that this is my personal belief, my personal opinion, so hopefully you guys can respect that, but I do feel strongly that Lee is going to definitely be a Guardian of Light. Now, there are reasons behind why he actually has a Keyblade. Of course, he does get a Keyblade in Dream Drop Distance. He is no longer part of the Organization 13. He is no longer nobody. He is now his own person. He's a somebody now. So of course, he's not part of the whole group of the organization members. He is now his own person, free to do whatever he pleases. And of course, he did indeed save Sora's life, more so from being possessed and becoming part of the Seekers of Darkness in Dream Drop Distance. Now, through that, it definitely goes to show that Lee has a very strong heart. He does care about his friends. He's willing to even put himself in danger and at risk for the better good, you know, for his friends. So that definitely shows a very strong heart right there. And of course, his friendship and bond with Roxas definitely sort of relates back to Sora as well. You know, he has definitely proven himself worthy many of times. Now, I don't just believe Lee is getting a Keyblade for plot convenience. There definitely has to be some sort of a reasoning behind it. And as far as, you know, how he's going to learn how to use the Keyblade, who really knows? I mean, he does have a potential of a great fighter. He's been using the chakrams for, you know, some time now. So he is a very strong person at heart. I hope to see that we, you know, get to see, you know, how strong Lee actually is, especially using that Keyblade. I hope he's not really like Xemnas, where Xemnas just chooses to use his own Earthreal blades instead of using the Keyblade, because it'd be a shame to see Lee just using chakrams instead of his Keyblade. But anyway, guys, that is it. That is my opinion as to who the 7 Guardians of Light are going to be. Now, I know a lot of people have already tried listing down Goofy and Donald. You know, Goofy and Donald are going to be playing a very important role in Kingdom Hearts, like they always do. I mean, they are Sora's good friends who always fight, you know, beside Sora and always have his back. But I don't really believe that they are going to be Guardians of Light. So I'm not going to include them. As well as that, Master Yi and Sid, some people believe that he is a Guardian of Light. I really don't see that happening. He is more of a mentor and sort of, you know, the eyes and ears sort of thing. I mean, he's really not a fighter. He is a retired Keyblade wielder. I would like to see him fight, don't get me wrong, but I just don't believe that he is a Guardian of Light. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's video. Remember, these are my opinions, my beliefs, so list yours in the comment section below. Hit that like button if you guys have enjoyed today's video, and until next time guys, I'll catch you later. Peace.